how to do your best transition to college. This is a totally critical time in a young person's life as you go from your parents doing everything in high school to being on in college. And this is a time that you have to manage everything for yourself. The stakes are really high here. You can come out of college with a lot of debt, a drinking problem, all kinds of bad habits, or you can come out of it really ready to take your place in the world, inheriting the world, and do really well. During this time, uh, there's a lot of studying that would be good for you to take ownership of your own life as you transition out of your folks. This Atomic Habits book would be a great book to study. This is the best book I've ever seen for life advice, a pragmatist's guide to life. Looking up that kind of stuff, maybe looking at some YouTubes on different careers that you're thinking of doing. There's some careers that never make any money, and most of the jobs, just only 1% of the people with the majors get it. There's other careers that actually can make money. You have to decide which college to go to. If you go to one that's near your folks, that can be a good thing, so you don't have an air ticket everywhere you go. Picking the college you go to is really a critical kind of thing. As you get there, uh, people that have been successful at it have said if you defer having a partner, doing dating for a while you're adapting and getting the lay of the land, that's good. If you stay make choices to not get into the crowd that only goes for a limbic response and pursuing sex, the drugs, weed, which is an ambition inhibitor, if you can avoid that, that's definitely good too. There's a whole thing that people should go to at your age for the most difficult thing you can find. You can always back off later, but now is not a time to be lazy. If you shoot for something really, really difficult and major and have to step it down a bit, that's okay. But if you go the other direction, just trying to optimize for an easy time at college, then a whole lot of doors are closed to you. One thing to learn uh, as you get there in your first 2 months, there's a common thing where kids wake up and realize when I was in high school, I was one of the smartest kids. At high end college, you're going to be nothing special. You have to understand that early on and probably up your whole game a lot during that. And by the end of your first year, you want to think about the value of internships. I want to do another video on how to get them. It's not just looking for advertisement in that way of going in the front door. That can be a key thing. An internship can help you know what you don't want to do. If you get into something like that and it's a failure, that's actually a good thing. You want to fail fast and pivot and move to something else. Young people can pivot easier. When you get my age, it's much harder to do. So all these kinds of opportunities that you can do are good. Integrity is what you do when no one's looking, when you have to get up early in the morning for a class and actually go to it. That's significant. There are some kids that come from better schools where you're in AP classes and you're ahead of the rest of the kids. That can be a syndrome because if the first semester is easy for you because you essentially already had those classes and you get in a pattern of being lazy, then sometimes you'll get knocked out the next semester. So be aware of the syndromes of where things can go bad. And now's the time to get as much as you can out of college, but you really have to think about it. Now's the time to think of who you really are. Best wishes on that to the people who are inheriting the world and will hopefully be paying some of my Social Security.